Stories. Those are the things that can keep a person relevant, but also can give their audience something interesting to listen to. Something about a streamer's personal life, what went on in their childhood, or it's just something completely stupid just to get a laugh from their audience. If done correctly, you can have the audience intrigued. However, if you are Phil Burnell, you can tell stories till cows come home, but it will never stick fully. Because knowing him, he'll always constantly change the story while adding in new information that nobody knew about, but it's just a way for him to make himself look like a victim or to make himself look like a hero. You know, the more I hear his stories, the more bored I am of them.
All right. So, that being said, it's good fun.
Yes, that being said, is very good fun. I've actually watched some of their shows. Go watch them. They're really fun. But yeah, anytime that Phil crosses his arms, he makes himself look like a tough guy. Or he did something important, like crossing arms, like, yeah, I said something important, guys. Now tip me.
I had a good time last night. I hope you'll check it out. Like I said, 1,000 people already have, which is excellent.
Yeah, no, they didn't. They actually hated the time that they had. The Zelda tier list, oh my fucking god. I should just make that into a entire video in and out of itself. Because holy shit, dude. Why would you make those opinions? Just to give you a gist of it, he played maybe 15 of the ones on the tier list, but not 23 of them. Meanwhile, other people that played Legend of Zelda played more games than he has. God. Oh, but people had a good time, guys.
And more are checking it out on demand. I will say this, if you enjoy it, consider supporting it, because like I said, the stream did great with super chats, but everything else was kind of dead. So if you like that event and you want to do maybe a super thanks on the video, or look at the description of the video and leave a tip, that'd be great.
Yeah, like I said before, always asking for money, it's never a good look for either a content creator or a streamer themselves, because it just shows that you're just in it for the money. You don't care for the entertainment or entertaining your audience. You just want a simple little paycheck, a handout. In Phil's case, it's just a broken record, and it's kind of sad.
That'd be a great way to help support that channel, okay? Also,
yeah, he really wants his React channel to kick off the ground, even though it offers nothing of substance. There's no substance from it. How can you enjoy something when it's just someone sitting there, dead air, staring at his TV because he's playing YouTube through his Xbox, just goat laughing about everything, thinking about everything is fucking boring, or him questioning why people enjoy said things.
Oh, of course, tipping. What am I talking about? Tipping.
Yeah, I can't believe he forgot about tipping. Has to pull his Hogan somehow.
It's a great way to support the channel.
It's not supporting the channel, it's supporting him. It's supporting his habit. Anytime people tip him, it's enabling him to keep his gambling addiction afloat.
And tips are important because tips are basically support I get right now. Literally any tip I get could be put towards a game. It could be put towards a bill. It could be put towards my grocery shopping tomorrow that I'm going to do on my day off.
Yeah, it's all well and good because it's something to help him. But he still asks from people that don't make a whole lot of money. That's all you're doing is just taking advantage of people that don't make a lot of money like you do. You make at least 4 to 6 times that people that donate to you make. Unless those people get extremely lucky.
If you like the content, and because tips are so important, we actually have tiered rewards for tips. For every $50 raised on any particular...
I love how he immediately pointed down at the screen. Tips right here, guys. I have tier goals, guys. Dress me the fuck up because I love being dressed up like a Barbie doll. Woo!
Stream, I'll do something special, whether it's put on gunner glasses or allowing you to pick a hat from my big wardrobe of hats that we have over here in my closet to the left. If we ever happen to hit the top tiered tips reward for a stream, you also can vote on a vest for me to wear. But that very rarely happens these days.
Yeah, it rarely happens because a lot of people don't donate. The only time they'll ever donate is if you tell a sob story about how, oh, I got something going on behind the scenes, guys. I can't tell you about it, but it's really dire. I need all the help I can get, guys. Oh my god, I got the vest go. Oh, woo. Oh, Keemstar attacked me. Oh, he's stalking me. Restraining order. Oh my god. You guys are so generous. You see how incredibly stupid that sounds and how scummy that could be.
Can I get a silly Zelda hat with elf ears for Tears of the Kingdom? It's this simple, no. I feel like we have enough hats. Like, no exaggeration. Just listen to this. Here's how many hats we have. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
16 hats.
We have 16 hats.
That is something that I don't understand. He always buys hats and he always gets charged for Amazon, but he always calls it a business expense. Which shit like that is not a business expense at all. What is that actually like doing for your streams? How is it improving your streams? It's not. It's just making you look like a dumbass for the internet. And then people wonder, why is he considered a low count? Shit like this is why.
Already. Okay? And then vests. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Same thing with the vest. He always constantly ordered vests because he wanted to bring variety to his streams. This isn't variety, Phil. Not at fucking all. But I understand why he has all those vests. Back in 2020, when he had that vest streak, he constantly kept hitting those goals. He kept hitting the vest streak. He made $20,000 from those vests alone. So no shit, he would have to constantly get a new vest over and over and over again. But towards the end of the vest streak, a lot of people were tuning out. They're like, we're done with the vest streak, Phil. It's not interesting. Oh, I got this vest. This vest is a fuck you to my haters because we can overcome anything. But yet, if someone interviews you and gives you hardball questions, you cower like a pussy and then talk shit about them on your own stream. So much for rising above it.
Okay.
Oh, careful, Phil. That picture might fucking fall over.
We have 16 hats, and we have 10 vests in the rotation. Now, how often do you see a hat?
Every once in a while. Only because you sucker people into giving you money. Same thing with the vests, too.
Once every few streams? How often do you see a vest? At most once a week? I don't think we need to be adding new hats and vests. I'm just saying. Like, at this point, we have so many, you know?
I mean, I'll give him some kudos for, like, letting off on that, not adding more to his shit collection, but at the same time, people have an idea why they're asking for essentially an elf hat. You know, like Zelda, or not Zelda, Link's hat. I was about to say, yeah, it's because Zelda's a girl, right?
That is a ridiculous closet full. Like,
yeah, it's full of it, guys. Only like 2 spots of the closet filled. The rest of it is just filled with junk.
Like, I have my whole top shelf of my closet is just hats. I'm serious. So, taking a look at that, no, I really don't realistically think we should be adding more hats to the rotation at this point.
Like I said, I'm agreeing with you on that because it's too much, and also there's not really much of a point. I'm agreeing with you, Phil. But at the same time, an elf ear hat to, you know, make yourself look like melty skin Link, it would be kind of interesting for your audience to see that. But knowing you're probably going to order the hat anyway behind the scenes, and then people will be like, I thought you said you couldn't get any more hats. What happened? Oh, I didn't say that, man.
I think we have more than enough. You know, if it was an example where every day I was wearing a hat and they were getting stale, that'd be different. But actually, it's the case where we rarely even wear a hat, you know.
Phil, the whole thing, you being dressed up with your quote-unquote gunner glasses and silly hats and silly vests, that concept alone got stale relatively quickly. But yet you seem to think that that's a good business strategy. Phil, it's not. And that's your problem. You don't think about your business like a business. You want to make yourself look like a clown, but you tell people that you're not a clown. You're not an entertainer. You have no aspirations to be bigger than what you are right now. That's on you. That is your problem.
To Casanova, I told this story before. He said, I bought a new bicycle, can't wait for it. When was the last time you rode a bike? When I was growing up.
Oh, God. I think I heard bits about this story, but I want to hear it for the pig's mouth.
My parents bought me a bike, okay? My dad was teaching me to ride it. We went out maybe 2-3 times, and I was just starting to get the hang of it. just starting to get the hang of it, okay? And then my next door neighbor, who was around the same age as me, went out on his bike one day, and he was riding his bike, and he got his ass jumped, beaten up to a bloody pulp, and had his bike stolen.
What a story, Mark.
Yeah, you can say that again.
And when that happened, I said, I don't want to fucking ride a bike in this neighborhood. And I kept telling my dad, like, nah, this neighborhood's not safe. I'm not going to fucking ride a bike. Like, I'm not stupid. I'll stay in the yard and play with my friends or go to their yards, but I'm not going to fucking ride around.
Yeah, the mean streets of Bridgeport. That's what he kept saying. He said that he lived in a bad neighborhood. I don't believe Phil lived in a bad neighborhood. New Haven, I can kind of see, because I know for a fact that one is not very safe around that area. That's from what I'm hearing from people that live in Connecticut. But at the same time, Phil, you didn't really live in bad neighborhoods except for that one instant. But come on, Phil. Oh, I can't ride this bike because I'm afraid I'll get jumped. Son, I bought you this bike. Why don't you want to use it? You need to. I spent my whole entire day training you how to ride a bike. I don't wanna. I'll get jumped. Look at my neighbor. Like, as fucked as that is, I don't think this happened. I think he's trying to make it all like, oh, I'm going to sound like I was smart as a kid, when in reality, you're just an average student, give or take.
And because of that, I never actually learned to ride my bike. And eventually, my dad sold it.
Yeah, because it was a waste of fucking time when you didn't want to put any effort into riding a fucking bike. No wonder why he sold it. And no wonder why you have a quote-unquote resentment to your family. Then again, your dad is the same person that kept all your toys when you were a kid, and you had no idea why he would do that. You thought that that was fucking stupid. Don't you get that, Phil? Or do you want to, like, live in this perpetual bullshit about how you had a bad childhood and that you were always constantly bullied and harassed, when in reality, you just painted that all in your head, creating your loser victim mentality?
He sold it off because it was a good bike. And they bought me this bike, and it just went to waste.
Yeah, because your dad actually gave a shit about you and actually loved you, but you want to be like, my dad didn't care about me. That really just irks the fuck out of me. If I ever did that and my dad would buy me something and I don't use it, he would look at me and say I'm ungrateful. And my dad would be right for that. So that's how you were acting. You were ungrateful and you didn't want to do anything because I'm afraid of being bullied. But then again, Phil, you seem like the kind of person that was probably bullied as a kid.
And then funny enough, okay, this one time, so this had already happened, okay? So already I wasn't going to ride a bike. It wasn't
This already happened. Look at my hands. It already happened, guys. So yeah, my head wiggling right.
a big deal. I didn't care about it. We went to this charity basketball game where I think it was like the fire department against the cops, okay? And at this charity basketball game, they were doing a raffle. So my dad entered the raffle, and there's tons of prizes you can win. They do the raffle. We win the grand prize. Take a wild guess what the grand prize was.
Let me guess, a fucking bike? Maybe, a better son because, goddamn, your parents had a very horrible time with you?
A bike.
Honestly, I don't think that they would have a grand prize being a fucking bike, Phil. I really don't think they would. They would probably have something else that's not a fucking bike. Then again, you have no, evidence of this. Because, they kept all that, and that's pathetic.
Not only a bike, it was a 1990s high-end, all the bells and whistles, crazy neon orange stripe paint bike.
I somehow do not believe that you got the bike, or they won that bike. I really don't believe that at all.
This is one of the ones you would go to, Toys R Us or a kid's store, and it would be the most expensive bike they fucking have in the store, and every kid wants it, but no one gets it. That's the fucking bike that I won, right? So here I am, and now I know I'm not riding this bike. Dude, if my neighbor riding a normal bike got their ass jumped and got their bike stolen, can you imagine if my ass jumped on this fucking neon tiger stripe bike riding through my neighborhood? I probably wouldn't get 2 blocks of concrete before 10 people punch me in the face and take the bike.
Well, then again, that dent on your head already shows that you already got your ass beaten before, so...
So, basically, you know, I won the bike, and I had to go up with my dad and pose in front of everyone as they applauded that I won the bike. And literally, the bike came home, and my dad's like, well, I guess we got to figure out how to get rid of this. And we sold that one, too.
That just sounds like a pathetic story. I'm not gonna lie, that story is depressing. You didn't want to ride a bike because you were paranoid about getting jumped, which in reality, that probably never fucking happened. And then you got a bike, which you were ungrateful to have, and your dad didn't want you to have that bike anymore, so he sold that one too. You laugh about that, Phil, but this is not a story that you would, like, share, and people would be, like, laughing alongside with you. They would feel sorry for you. Like, honestly, I don't feel sorry for you. I just think the story is quite pathetic, actually.
It is depressing. I agree.
See? Now he agrees. So why tell this fucking story?
Let me tell you something. That day when I saw my neighbor and his face was all fucked up because he got beat up and his bike stolen, I was like, dude, this is fucked up, man.
But then again, here's another thing, too. What did that kid do to get his ass beaten? That's the thing that most people will want to know. Did he fucking piss off someone that he shouldn't have, talk bad to someone that they shouldn't have, or they just didn't like him? There's a lot of factors to why kids get bullied, Phil, but you never seem to get that at all. Then again, I think you were the one that was bullying other people and you got your ass beat. Skepticism is a foot here.
That's where I grew up. A lot of people think I grew up in this, like, great neighborhood that, oh, Phil was a rich white kid. I was never rich, and I was never in some kind of a ritzy neighborhood. I very much lived in, you know, middle to lower class.
I'm calling major fucking bullshit because your parents spoiled you with all the consoles that you had. You were spoiled with this shit, Phil. And that fucking Wolverine toy that you threw a major bitch fit when you were 13 years old, saying to your parents, listen to me, I need the Wolverine toy because I am... I am your son and I deserve the greatest of qualities. Jesus Christ, what's wrong with me?
Because everyone here is Connecticut, think everyone's rich. That's very untrue. It is very true that there's big concentrated pockets of very rich people in Connecticut that live in fucking mansions and gated communities. That is not where I live.
There are a lot of people that are really good with their money. They have a shitload of money. And yeah, agreed, they don't live in mansions. They live in, like, standardized housing. They live in, like, normal houses. Because they're smart with their money. They don't want to reveal to the fucking world that, hey, I have all this money, guys. Look at my Ferrari that I have in my fucking driveway. Look at this yacht that I bought. This expensive boat. Oh, look, my kids are going to private school. They don't have that because they're smart about it. According to what you have said, you went to a Catholic private school, which also costs money. And that your dad was, like, one of the main people behind the helicopter company that made helicopters for Donald Trump. So your dad was making really decent money, but yet you want to be like, oh, we weren't rich. Meanwhile, stories that you've told about your dad being, like, really good with money and all the stuff that you ever got as a kid, sure, you weren't rich. Meanwhile, you were, like, handed fucking toaster strudels with the icing on a silver fucking platter. You were given everything to you. And you were still an ungrateful brat. That is pathetic.
It's hilarious. Some people have this weird misconception. Some people have actually said something as stupid as, Phil has rich parents, and he can't wait because he's going to get inheritance someday. I am not getting any inheritance from my parents. They don't have any money.
I think they do have money because retirement. If they have retirement, they're going to have money. But your parents are, from what I'm guessing, they might be smart and not tell the whole world that they have a lot of money. Especially to their son, who constantly begs for money on the internet. And this just makes me wonder why they're not a part of your content. Because they don't want to be, like, looped into their son constantly begging for money when he should have been out working a real job.
That's not happening. You guys are out of your minds who make this nonsense up.
Yeah, but it's the stories that you've told. It kind of contradicts what you're saying now. So, you still think it's bullshit, Philip? Once again, after story time, he proceeded to go on while playing video games very poorly like he normally tends to do. But later on, I found out that he actually decided to quit Jedi Survivor because the game was terrible, but also it wasn't making him enough money. So his next course of action was, hey, I'm going to go back to playing Oblivion for the time being because I made a lot of money there.
All right. Are we ready to start, everyone? Thank you so far for the support. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the gifted memberships.
Yep, he has to get that quick bag into it. Also, I'm heard that he stalled a lot while beginning to start Oblivion. Like, really? You gotta stall a long fucking time for those quick tips and quick super chats? Greed is strong with you, dude.
I appreciate that very much. Thank you, Slayer, for the one tip of the night. Guys, it would be great tonight if you were thinking of contributing. All right, tomorrow is my day off. It would be great if you could tip tonight and we could maybe hit the tier 1 tip skull.
Hint, hint, motherfuckers. I need to go buy Jasper his pussycat supplies, and I need to go treat my wife to some goddamn sushi, so hint, hint, motherfuckers. Give me my money, you know. Tip money. Fuck, I had no money in this cup the entire time.
Why? Because earlier today I played Star Wars, and we just barely hit the tier 1 tip skull, and that was it. It was a slower stream. Sadly, Jedi Survivor is not working very well as a playthrough, even though I like the game. The game just doesn't run well, and people are actually just complaining on the stream. They don't want to watch it. The frame rate's so choppy, it's making them sick.
From what I've seen with Jedi Survivor, I know a lot of people don't like it for its performance, but this is just like my personal opinion. I don't think the game is that bad looking or bad running, but that's just my personal opinion. You can tell me otherwise in the comments that I'm wrong, but I appreciate the comments, though. They really add a lot of variety to my videos.
And actually, I actually found this out. Tons of YouTubers and content creators have quit Jedi Survivor. Tons of them tried hard to play it, and after playing it a few streams, just basically gave up on the game and quit. They're like, sucks, because the game is a good game. Good story, interesting mechanics, great exploration, puzzles are fun, but the game just, it's bad. It crashes, it has bugs, and it fucking has terrible graphics. So why are you going to keep, playing it? Audiences don't want to watch it.
Well, that's the thing with that, though, Phil. It's always a different streamer with different reasons why they want to quit it. If they have other projects they want to work on, fine. I can understand that. And they do return to the games. But in your case, though, you're just thinking, oh, they did the same thing as me, that they quit the game because they weren't making money. Where they had to do the same thing I did. Phil, you were listing off like a lot of good things about the game, but then you threw in bullshit negatives to why people quit the game. Also, which streamers quit the game, Phil? Did they quit it like they did with Callisto Protocol?
And it sucks because it's kind of like exactly how it's feeling with this game is I want to keep playing it, but every time I play it, I regret my decision. Because
you bought it for $70 fucking, Phil. You paid for it. You should have gotten a refund, but you were lazy and did not get that refund. So that's on you.
So anyway, if you could help support tonight's stream with tips, that would be amazing. I'm not forcing anything. Just saying, let's say, for example, you were considering contributing tonight, and you're like, yeah, I wonder what would help Phil right now. It would be tips would help a lot, because that would help me for my day off directly tomorrow, and to make up for the fact that today's earlier stream was quite slow.
I'm not forcing my audience to give me money, but I'm going to tell you reasons why you should give me money, guys.
Also, last night's stream, of course. Remember, last night's Tier Maker stream was also incredibly slow for tips. So that's what I mean. We've had multiple kind of slow tip streams. It would help to have a decent one tonight, if possible.
I wouldn't give money to a person that gave Ocarina of Time a C tier, but then gave Ocarina of Time 3D the S tier. Oh, I don't like Ocarina of Time, guys, but the 3DS version, guys, oh, this version was the best. Even though it's the same game, just with different visuals and different control schemes. Jesus, like, you played zero of the good games that people really enjoyed, but you'll put the HD versions on there. That's just really pathetic, and it shows how bad of a liar you are, saying that you played all these games, but yet your tier lists kind of give yourself away.
Returnal, no, you do not have any ability to write a poem about tips, because if I'm going to talk about support on my streams, it's me, because I'm the person who's streaming and asking for it, and I'm the person who should be talking about it, not you.
Wow. So one of your fans wants to fucking write a poem about how you need money. You know, try to make it an interactive stream. No, what the fuck are you doing? You don't derail my chat with your shitty poetry. I'm the one that does the shitty poetry around here. Where's my snaps?
Nico says, no one asked for a Zelda Tier Maker event. Is that why the video has over 1,500 views and climbing?
Well, it's not from your fans. It's from people that don't like the content, Phil. They didn't like your opinions on Zelda. That's the reason why.
And it's not even 24 hours since I uploaded it.
Well, it's because it's Zelda and it's a tier maker, but it's also your shitty take, so people are curious about it.
It's one of, again, it's trending to be one of the most viewed things that I've done over on the, the React channel.
But nobody asked for it, though. But if people caught the stream and saw the bad shit that you said about Zelda games, expect it to get clipped. That's all I gotta say.
Right. Genius level. Anyway, excuse me.
I don't make fun of my audience. Not at all. I don't badmouth them. Fucking idiot.
Views. I don't want to be Mr. Views. Ladies and gentlemen, I've just received an incredibly generous tip. I received a whopping, ginormous $50 tip.
Yeah, hint. Jasper really needs his pussycat supplies. Oh, he's gonna get this tuna today.
Again from Dominic. Dominic, who had already done the $50 super chat, now did a $50 tip. Dominic, you definitely didn't have to do that. But I really, really appreciate that. And he said, thank you for your content. You are welcome. You are very, very welcome.
Yeah, but funnily enough, it's not meaningful content. He just says, thanks for your content. Yeah, not very meaningful now, is it?
Thank you so much. So let's get Dominic now.
Another thing that Phil always tends to do, it's like if he's trying to do something, like if he's trying to like do that tier maker list, he'll always look to the left and be like, oh, hang on, guys. I got a super chat from Big Baller 69. Oh my god, it's a $20 one, and he just goes back to that, and he's excited for it. But if it's like, oh hey, I got $1 tip, thank you.
All right, I've gotten a threatening super chat from an idiot. It's amazing because they were banned instantly.
What was so threatening about it? Were they threatening to come to your city of Renton and hoping to see you around? I still can't get over the fact that you went on a fucking tirade about how someone just said that in a super chat and you instantly banned them. No one threatens me, motherfucker. Jesus Christ, that was pathetic.
Very nice. I love threatening super chats. They show your intelligence level.
How is it threatening? I really want to know how it was threatening, but the sad thing is, though, is that you don't show the super chats at all.
Okay. Oh! Ooh. Oh, man.
Oh, what's the problem? Your back hurt? I heard a pop.
Oh. I don't know why my back is so sore tonight.
It's your posture, Phil. Every time you sit in a fucking chair, your posture is very bad. And that's all that you fucking do. And then you want to say, oh, it's my herniated disc, guys. It's not. It's your posture. Your posture, how you're slouched, looking at the stream, and it's not good. You're going to give yourself back problems, but I think you're already knowing that you're doing it, so you can try to get some sympathy out of it. And, whew boy.
Man, as you get older and you start having back problems, this sucks. Like, as you guys know, when I was young, I had a serious back injury.
Yeah, we already know. A car crash that you caused. We got that. Also, no, Phil. People who can be like 10 years younger than you can experience back problems. If they work a job that is very fucking physical on them, they will experience some problems with their body later on. It does not matter how old you are. It just really doesn't.
And every once in a while, it kind of comes back a little bit, and then usually goes away again. What I've been noticing in the last couple of years is that now I start to get upper back pain. And it definitely feels like a disc issue, just like my lower back was. The good news is it doesn't persist. Usually if I have it, it lasts about a week. Like my upper back was actually really bad for about a week there. Remember last week when I wasn't even here on Tuesday because everything was going wrong in my life? And
yeah, everything was going wrong with your life. Yeah, and you made a big fucking deal about it because it was on May 1st that you said all that shit. Yeah, we get it, Phil. Also, if you really want to get rid of that back pain, why don't you just inhale some Seattle air? It helped my back get better right away. Jesus Christ.
Basically, I had a lot of stress, and my back was all fucked up and everything all at once. It was like everything all at once. It really was.
A lot of things that could actually affect your back. Your posture is definitely one of them. How you sleep at night is definitely a second one. And if you're straining your back. The only thing that you've done is the first two things. You haven't really done anything like overly physical to make you strain out your back. But you claim that you do every single time when you walk to your mailbox and back up your stairs, as well as going grocery shopping.
But, yeah, so now my upper back is feeling better, and now my lower back hurts again. It's starting to get sore again. It's like, God damn it.
But here's another thing about the upper back, how it could also affect other parts of the body. It could affect your shoulders. You can't really reach up in the air as much as you used to because it will affect your shoulders. That's something that I don't think you have upper back pain, because you can still do shit with your shoulders, with your arms. But the problem is that you want to keep selling this to try to make money out of it, which is always going to be about money.
Fucking frustrating, man. Anyway, you'll see what I mean when you get older.
Phil, I'm 10 years younger than you, and yet I've experienced back pain when I was in my late 20s because I did a lot of jobs that were physical. A lot more physical than you. Your jobs consisted of sitting at a desk, fucking doing paperwork. Nothing physical, because if someone told you to do anything physical, you just threw a bitch and be like, fuck you, I'm not going to do that. Oh, Mr. Brunell, you're fired.
Maybe they can help you.
Aha! Listen to this. Only Iced Coffee, whose name says On Hiatus, has just appeared in the chat for the first time in months to re-up their membership for 23 months. It's 2 years and about 6 days or so, enjoying your Final Fantasy V vids. I'm glad to hear that. We have not seen Only Iced Coffee literally in months. I couldn't even tell you the last time I saw Only Iced Coffee on a stream.
Well, here's the thing with that, though, Phil. A lot of people are speculating that 1 Minute Man could be Only Iced Coffee. A lot of these big tips could also be him, too. It's just a theory, mind you, but a lot of people are speculating that those big upper tips, those are from him. And also the membership bombs, just saying.
So, he's here. Thank you, Only Iced Coffee, for re-upping your membership. I'm glad you're enjoying Final Fantasy V at your own pace. Sounds good. All right.
Oh, yeah, hey, a guy that hasn't been in my chat for months. Yeah, thanks for enjoying my content. Mm-hmm.
Only Iced Coffee has dropped a 5-member bomb on the channel.
Oh, god damn it, I made that a joke. God damn it.
Congratulations to Hybrid, Green Goblin, So AC472, Mouth of Madness, and The Stranger. All of you be sure to thank Only Iced Coffee for your gifted memberships. And Only Iced Coffee, thank you for supporting the community. I really appreciate that. And it's good to see you. You didn't have to do that. You know, just swinging by here like that. But I really do appreciate it. Because of that, we have hit 555 members. So we actually made some good progress with memberships today.
Yay for progress. Woo. But you're still going to ask for more regardless.
Which is great. Yeah, I'm just going to put an arbitrary 560 here. Remember, we don't do monthly goals anymore. We just do kind of like daily goals.
Okay, so what about the tip tier goal? You always make that a goal. So what's the difference now? Oh, was it because of all these people that called you out on this shit? And so you had to back away from doing it so that way they don't make fun of you anymore? Phil, they'll still make fun of you regardless of what you do.
We've far exceeded what I was hoping to hit today. Thank you guys so very much. Yeah, I don't care about the trolls in chat. Can you guys ignore them? Like, seriously. Obviously, I'm trying to play the game. Yes, we all are aware that there's no-life losers who show up in the chat. We know this. Do we have to talk about it every second?
Yeah, that's the thing with you, though, Phil. You always talk about trolls every single time. But now you're telling them, oh, just ignore them. They'll go away. Phil, they'll still keep harassing you. And in this case, your fans are going to get upset and tell you to get rid of them. But now you're just going to be like, I don't care. They're there. They're just losers. They're mouth-drooling losers. When in reality, it's your fans that are the mouth-drooling losers that, even though you have been proven to be a toxic piece of shit, they'll still come back and watch you. And like I said, it's all in the matter of preference and all in the matter of opinion. They can like you if they want to. I still just want to know why. For a man that has no real regard for his family, especially due to the fact that his mom was trying to give him a fucking honeymoon for him and Kat, his dad actually buying him the things that he would want as a child, including a bicycle, along with the Super Nintendo and N64 and every other toy that he ever received, it really shows how big of a douchebag he really is when he's telling these childhood stories, and it just makes him look worse and worse and worse. Oh, but he had good intentions behind the story. He didn't want to get bullied or have his shit stolen, but yet he could have at least given his mom and dad some common courtesy and show some gratefulness towards them. Same thing can be said for his own audience, the ones that wrote poetry to help him like with his financial struggles. He immediately goes, "Oh no, you shouldn't do that. I'm the one in control. This is my stream, not yours." And for someone that is a longtime contributor to his streams, coming in out of nowhere, there's nothing really special about it. It's just, oh hey, he's here, and that's it. The whole thing about Phil, it really baffles me that he's trying to do all this shit to make himself look like a better person, when in reality, it just makes him look worse and worse.